I got my mind made up. How did that song come about? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Lady of Rage and Inspectah Deck was supposed to be on that song. And I've seen a few interviews from Inspectah Deck, and it seems like he still feel a type of way about that song, and he feels like Tupac took his verse off that song. So I mean, from your point of view, man, from what you know, what's the backstory behind that song, and how did that song come about?
Well, it was Red that I think Redman called me, let me know that they were in town at the La Montrose Hotel in Hollywood. I think it's Hollywood. Yeah. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna come pick y'all up, cuz let's smoke. They was like, cool, because they didn't want to sit in the hotel all day. Bam. I went there and picked them up. I picked up Red, Meth, and Deck. And then I called Daz. Said, what you doing, cuz? I got Meth in them with me and Red and Deck. He like, man, I'm at the house with Rage. I said, I'm on my way. So I took them to Dad's house off of Silver Lake, 101. And then when we get there, Dad's had the beat playing. Boom, 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 boom. It was him and Rage in there. So they was playing it, and next thing you know, is we MCs. You can't play a beat around us, man. We gonna let it have what it's supposed to get. So basically, the original record is Daz, me, Rage, Meth, Redman, and Deck. So it was dog food time. Remember back then, I think we had ADATs and shit like that. So this was on a certain ADAT. Delmar had 1 billion of these things. So as we working on dog food, he can't find the ADAT with that record on it. But we had to turn in the project, or else we'd have been like Rage, trying to find that record, where we couldn't make it because our time, we didn't make the timetable. You know what I'm saying? So we just went on with the project with what we had. Tupac comes home. Delmar goes into the crates of all these ADATs, and he finds Got My Mind Made Up. He goes in. Rage already used her rap on Necessary Roughness. So remember I told you she was working on her album still at the same time we was working on Dog Food. So she used that rap from Got My Mind Made Up and put it on her album. So we couldn't use Rage's verse. So Dad said, I took Rage's verse off, I'm giving this to Pac. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Bam. He played it for Tupac. He loved it. Played his verse immediately. Pop! Where Rage was at. And then after that, the beat cut off and, INS was still spilling when the beat went off. So Tupac was like, all right, man. Hey, take that ending off, though. Ain't no beat there. Nobody needs to be rapping if it ain't no beat. So Dad was like, but he sound tight. Pac was like, fuck that. No beat, no rap. So it wasn't personal. Tupac just didn't like the acapella whoop wop, of a person busting acapella with no beat. Tupac's a stickler. So we was like, okay. So Daz took it off, but he kept Inspectah Deck's backgrounds in there to let people know that Deck was in the house. You know what I'm saying, cuz? So Tupac didn't give a fuck. He was like, I love it. Boop. And that's why you hear Deck. INS the Rebel. Murderous mindset, mind states the pebbles. Mental terrorist, specialists at this. Menacing lyricist, leave crews defenseless. Oh, he was busting. So that's why you only hear the backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? And, that's how that happened right there. Pac just didn't want acapellas. So he said, just take it all out. And Dad said, all right, and just kept his backgrounds in there so we could let him know that the rebel was in the house. You dig? He had to do it.
Right, right. I'm happy you cleaned that up, man.
You
So
know.
it wasn't nothing personal when Tupac took his verse off.
No, it wasn't personal. Tupac had no issues with the Wu at all. Yeah, none that I know of. I know he never said anything about the Wu to us. You know what I'm saying? So we can only go off of that. But yeah, I think Pac made it crystal clear on the people he had issues with. Hello.